The built environment, we all love it. Cities are growing from strength to strength. They're hubs for ideas, productivity, culture, commerce, social development, and so much more. The fun, the intensity, the buzz, the sheer dynamism of our cities is intoxicating. But it seems that we are living in an age where we're taking things like energy for granted. Are we taking the nuclear power message of the 60s of energy being too cheap to meter at its word? Since school, I've been captivated by the constraints, the opportunities that lay ahead and the plethora of solutions that are lie waiting to support the scary facts that we heard about earlier of exponential population rise and urban sprawl and growth in our cities. I only heard a fact last week that China are currently building a city the size of New York once every week. These sort of numbers are really scary, and it makes you ask a lot of questions. To bring this all into context and tell you why I'm here today, I've got a very quick story. One of my fondest childhood memories is visiting my godparents in Aberystwyth, North Wales, and riding the old Victoria Funicular Railway. An innovation at its simplest. Built in 1896, it was powered on a water balance system alone. It makes you think, simple, effective, automated innovation using the resources around us. So again, it makes you ask some questions. Why do we now accept powered banks of escalators and lift systems? Why is it that we have turnstiles that are all individually powered? Why is it that we cart our rubbish around our cities when we could take that and create power on a micro level? All of these systems, again, assuming that energy is simply limitless, too cheap to meter. We in the developed world are just looking for that next big idea because we've forgotten the old. We've moved on, and I believe that we must look back. It's time to be creative. Imagine if your walk to work in the morning could power the lights on your walk home in the evening. I believe that our future cities and our smart cities will produce power where and when it is needed. So the PaveGen technology, I have a demo here today, is creating power every time you walk on the technology. It's converting that kinetic power into electricity that you can use directly, you can integrate it within larger systems on scale, or you can store and use it at a later date. Imagine if our future cities were using this kinetic power to drive staple applications like streetlights, advertising boards, LED pedestrian displays, and the like. At PaveGen, we've taken this technology, we've installed it around the globe, and we're validating it across a whole host of different markets. We've installed in offices, we've installed within retail sectors, and very interestingly, a lot across the transport network. An example here, working with London Underground, where we took a part of the station completely off-grid from the footsteps of the people walking over that bridge. So validating this technology has been easy. Really for us, the next step is scale, and scaling that technology so we can make it available to communities all around the world. Ultimately, I see PaveGen as a micro-generation technology, but it sits within the larger landscape of smart, disruptive energy innovations that we believe are going to make a macro influence on our future built environment. I'd like to leave you with a quick fact. Obviously, Oxford streets are very busy this time of year. On average, you get 500,000 people walking through Oxford Street every day. If 100 steps from each of those shoppers were on a PaveGen tile, you would create enough electricity to power the entire length of Oxford Street streetlights for 7 evenings. So think of the millions of people in the world. Think of the thousands of cities, and think of the potential untapped resource from all of these people? Is the answer to our future city's energy resource quite literally under our feet? Thank you very much.